got a new light. That's why it looks like that. I haven't made an update video in update in kind of a while on this channel, and I just thought right now would be a good time because something's kind of funny is happening right now. So everyone probably knows by now that my sun sign is a Gemini, and most Geminis are manipulative. I, in a sense, can be when I want something, but I am never superficial when it comes to just in general. Grandpa's up there. Hold on. My grandma's cousin is over, and she's a Gemini, and she is very, very superficial. Okay, so my grandma's cousin is over, and she is just so manipulating my grandma and my grandpa, my step grandpa. It's just so funny. Um, because she's going, yeah, yeah, the typical like building rapport thing where you're listening to them, but you don't care what they're saying, and then you just jump in really fast instead of talking about what you care about instead of what they care about. That tactic, she's been doing that all day. And then my grandma will try to take over the conversation really fast and be like, well, yeah, and then I did this, and then she'll try to change the whole conversation, and then she'll cut in, and then she'll change the conversation. And then I'm just like, I don't want to be around you guys because this is just like a fight for hours over who can have the conversation. I can't be around people like that because it's boring. I like it when there's a mutual fun connection. You're not creating conversations. You'll be like, I just read this thing on the internet. Oh, that's fascinating. Did you know such and such facts? Oh, my friend did such and such facts. Really? Well, I know this guy who did this and this. Oh, really? Well, I have a friend who did this and this. Did you know that on the internet you can do this and this? I think I have a friend who can do this and this. Oh my fucking god. Just have a normal conversation and continue that one on. Stop creating conversations because you don't really know what to talk about. So I'm just staying in here. I had a scream attack earlier because no one was home because I lost my ID today. And when you lose your ID, you gotta pay $30 to get a new one for some stupid ass reason because if someone finds your ID, they can still steal the information on the ID, and you're getting a new one for what reason? You're getting a new one with the same information, even though the person who has your information still has the information. So nothing's changed. Unlike the bank, where they'll give you a new card with a different number, when you get a new card, an ID card, you have the same everything. So what does that do? You're just wasting $30 because you require a card in California. Stupid, yes. Stupid, yes. Okay, let's move on. I'm mostly making this video because it's just funny. Um, the reason I don't like most Geminis, I'm an Aquarius Gemini, so I just really don't go along with what society does. I'm weird and unique in my own person. My moon sign is Aquarius, so of course I'm going to be emotionally crazy. And just, I don't put up with people's shit. Yeah, that and I'm an empath. So I feel what other people are feeling all the time. Uh, uh, I kind of made, when they were just passing around the conversation back and forth, creating new things, I actually just said something like, because they were talking about mountain lions for some fucking stupid reason. When who wants to talk about mountain lions? It was like, I think mountain lions are this big. Yeah, I'll check Google. We should check Google later. Have you ever heard a mountain lion yell? And I'm like, if you shoot one, you can cook it on a grill. You don't even have to take the skin off. And she started laughing because it was the first real thing someone said in the conversation. It was the first time someone was being real in the conversation. She didn't have to put her mask on. People put a mask on in a conversation when they don't know what the fuck to say to a person they don't relate to. That's when people become superficial because they don't relate to the other person. If they don't like or relate to them, they're just like, yeah, 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 yeah. They give out the yeah, yeah. They just say yeah to everything, and then they just create a conversation. It's boring. I had to make jokes or something because the atmosphere, the aura was just boring. It was plain and stupid. But when I said that joke, Grandma was like, like in her snarky little, that's not proper. It's not like conformist. That's different. I don't agree with that. My grandma's just so fucking like, it has to be normal. It has to be normal or you're weird. Well, duh, I'm fucking weird. I like being weird. It makes me unique. If you're not weird, I fucking hate you. You're just a conformist. You're like everyone else. You are not unique. You can say you're creative, but you're not. If you're not weird, you don't think out of the box, you don't think of new things, you're not creative. Surely you can do arts and crafts, but you're not creative. Anyone can do arts and crafts. A boring person could do arts and crafts, but you're not a creative person. My grandma said she was creative because she used to do drawing with her daughter and son. That does not make you creative. Being able to just write a script out of nowhere because your imagination just always runs wild, that's being creative. I saw a comment on YouTube that was so funny. I wrote it down on my board. When my grandma walked into my room, she's like, "That's weird. I don't get that." See, that's a person who is left-sided of their brain only. They don't think anything is funny that's different. A creative person will laugh and they'll be like, "That's unique. I like that." They think outside of the box. See, it says like like a comment on Instagram or Facebook, like if you were born on your birthday. And that's a unique comment because, of course, you're born on your birthday because that's when you celebrate your birthday. That's why it's funny. It's weird. But left brainers, which I call them, people who think only logically and no creativity, don't think that's funny. My grandma's a left brainer, my step grandpa's a left brainer, and her son is a left brainer. They're all left brainers. They don't have creativity. Surely they can do things like build or uh, think logically, but that's what they do. They think logically and systematically. They don't think creatively. I'm a right brainer more than a left brainer. I'm both, but I'm less of a left brainer. I think of creative ways to make money that actually make more money. They're just harder to do because they involve investing. Left brainers think of the harder ways to make money that make less money. The left brainers are the people who go to school for 8 years so they can have a salary of $70,000 a year by working 8 hours to 12 hours every day and get the weekends off to slightly see their kids who don't like them eventually because they don't spend any time with them. That's a left brainer. A right brainer is an investor, a artist, a architecture person, a designer. They're unique. I can see my grandma's cousin, the Gemini that's over, being unique. She's just right now putting a mask on because she doesn't know how to really. She doesn't relate to my grandma. My grandma's the perfectionist uh, type that wants everything to be clean. My grandma cleaned the entire house just for her to come over. This I don't understand. Old women, and I'm meaning this, baby boomers, they listen to everything their doctor tells them. Baby boomers do not think on their own. They may go on Google, but they only go on trusted sites. They don't go on, some might, but not a lot. Baby boomers listen to what the doctors tell them, and they don't listen to anything else. And if they don't, I mean, they just won't take care of themselves. They'll die. My grandma's cousin has had chemo like my grandma. She had the same thing. And her doctor tells her that she can only have liquids. She can't eat solids. But then she told me she can't eat potatoes, but she can have potato chips. And she was adding salt to her chicken broth, which she was drinking for dinner, but she wasn't eating chicken. See, that's what I mean. Doctors will tell you that you cannot fucking do certain things, so you'll have to come back for more drugs. That's how they make money. How hard is that for people to understand? Greed equals money. When you lie to people, you get more money. That's how advertising works. Do you think you think honesty has ever made money? Yeah, don't eat meat because it has actual protein in it. Don't eat vegetables because that has vitamins. Um, Buy vitamins instead because they don't actually have real vitamins in them. But we get money when you buy them. When we give you a prescription, we get more money at the end of the year because we wrote the prescription for you. So the pharmacy gets money and we get money, so that's good. But don't eat actual vegetables because then we won't get money. And don't eat meat because in the pharmacy you can pick up chicken broth, special chicken broth. That's different. It has more processed ingredients and it will kill you faster. The pharmaceutical industry, the biggest industry in the world, one of them. And it's killing you. It's not making you better, it's killing you. But the dumbasses, the left brainers actually, they're so systematic and logical. They just, but mostly the baby boomers. It's mostly because they were grown up to listen to their doctors, and back then, the doctors were actually there to help them. It wasn't a big, huge corporation that it is now. It wasn't. In the 70s, it became like that. No, wait, that's the Food and Drug Administration. But the Food and Drug Administration now controls the medical industry, so maybe it was at that time period. Anyways, what else can I go over? I've been so far making $6. That's not a lot, but on my other YouTube account, and I haven't uploaded the animation yet. I am going to upload the animation very soon, but it's being made. I have thought about making the animations on my own, but to me, I fucking hate making animations. I took it in high school. I fucking hate making animations. It's not that it's way too hard, it's just boring. It's not like Photoshop where I just make a single picture and I love doing it. Animations, you gotta go frame by frame for me because it looks better when you do it frame by frame, and usually you do frame, and then third frame you change it. So it's not just way too fast. That's how the old Disney movies did it. They did it frame by frame, but now you can use the puppet tool, you can use a bunch of things that do it kind of for you. It's just different now. There are a lot more different ways to do it. And the Adobe After Effects way seemed really easy, but I just... My grandma came in my room today and she's like, Cody, I have a friend that has a son and he works in the animation. Maybe you could My grandma's really pushing on me to do something when I've told her that I am doing animations with YouTube and getting paid for it. And she doesn't seem to fucking understand that. I'm sorry I have to use the F word, but it's how I express things. She doesn't seem to freaking understand that, how that process works, even though I've shown her to her face how it works. When you reach the threshold of $100, you get a $100 check in the mail or a direct deposit. When it's $1,000, you get $1,000. When it's 100,000, you get 100,000. Should I go higher? But $100 is the minimum. You have to have $100. That's the threshold. But having 40,000 views got me $6. So if I got 100,000 views, I get $10. If I had 200,000 views, I'd have $20. If I had 300,000 views, I'd have $30. If I had 1,000,000 views, $100 maybe. But it's because I have no subscribers. If I had subscribers and likes on that video, it would probably go up way higher without getting likes. I mean, without getting views. If I had likes and comments on those videos that have, it would probably just go up now. Channel views also matter. When I started getting channel views, I got 2 cents more. No, not 2 cents, $2 more. It went up by $2 when I got 54 channel views. It only took 54 channel views to get $2. But it took 30,000 views on that one video to get like $4. And then those two together made $6. Might have got that wrong, but those two made $6 together. It didn't just make $6, but yeah, so you get more money from channel views, from them seeing your channel, your whole channel, than you get from one video getting viewed. And the comments and the subscribers matter a lot. You're going to need a lot. So that's why you should use AdWords. AdWords is not AdSense. I found AdWords on accident by trying to find AdSense. AdWords is how people's gay-ass videos pop up before you get to watch the video you want to watch. You know how you see someone's channel? Yeah. I had to sell my gold. But not my silver. I had to sell my gold to get the animation. And the animation guys kind of fucked me. I mean, first they were going to charge $100. Then I told them there was a little bit of color, and I wanted the body like a little bit animated. And they're like, that's going to be $150. And I'm like, fine, fuck it. Then they're like, we want to do it through PayPal. We're going to send you a payment, and then we're going to, and I'm like, no. I want to do it through Fiverr because Fiverr is a middleman. They make sure I get the animation, and they make sure you get the payment after you send it to me. It's safer. And they're like, well, we need to do $200 then. And I'm like, oh my God. Because they charge a $10 fee from me and them. They lose $10. Oh, wow. So let's see. You're getting a $90 profit off me. Because you had to pay. How about I pay you $160? Doesn't that make sense? Because you're losing 10, so you'll be getting the amount that you're supposed to get, 150. But no, you fucked me. So if this animation is basic, then I'm gonna kill this, or just not use them. Their name is Crystal Glass, and they're an animation studio on Fiverr, and I hope they don't screw me. I'm still going to use this YouTube channel, even though I'm going to get money on the other one. This one can't get AdSense. That's why I'm not really trying to get AdSense on this, because I can't. I've tried to log into AdSense with this account, and it says this account is already associated with a certain account. I logged into that account, and it said there's no account associated with this account. And I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll make a new account. So I did, and that account's making money. So I'm going to stay with that account. That's the story. Why do I make videos? I'll say it now, and I'll say it when I'm rich. Because you know what? The more you say you're going to get rich, here's an NLP technique that is very easy to find and everyone tells everyone. Um, it's one of those tricks that's easy to find and it's not hidden. Uh, Write in a book things that haven't happened yet. Like in 2017, I had sex with a hot Mexican girl. Write that 500 times and it will get into it will ingrain into your subconscious, it will embed in your subconscious, and you'll actually think of it and think about doing it. And believe it or not, you will actually try to talk to a Mexican girl who's attractive in real life. And in that year, before 2017, you'll try to get with her or have sex with her. It works. I'm not kidding. It works. You just write down what you want, pretty much, but you put it in future tense. You say, uh, in 2016, this happened, but you're in 2016, but you're acting like it happened, as in you're writing from the future. Like, this is what happened this year, even though you're in this year, so that's what's gonna happen. It works. You're pretty much self-encouraging your own subconscious, and it works. I've been doing it, and it works. Also, there's been one subliminal audio track I've been listening to, and that really works really well. I listen to it in the shower every morning. I don't put my phone in the shower, of course. Put my phone below because water and steam rises, so I put it on the floor while it charges and plays the audio track. Pretty much just encourages confidence, money saving, everything, investing, and it's worked so far. I don't play it around my grandparents because I don't want them to become smart. Is that wrong? No, it's not. Because one day, and I write this down for the future, I'm going to buy the defaulted mortgage note to this house. So when they default on paying, I will own this house. Okay, let me say a funny thing that keeps happening. I used to do this when I first moved into my grandma's house. My grandpa, my step grandpa, he does this thing. If you're talking and he wants to talk, he'll start talking while you're talking, but then he'll just stop, like you cut him off, like you interrupted him. So then he'll just pause and he won't talk. He won't begin talking until you like give him permission. So you'll kind of feel bad for him. He does that on purpose. So with my grandma's cousin, she talks so fast because she's a Gemini. She can't calm down. I know Geminis are like that. They want to be them, their, me. I'm talking. And he does not like that. He keeps trying to interrupt pretty much. Just like, not like how my grandma and her are switching between conversations. He just broadly tries to interrupt. He is a cusp of a Virgo and a Leo, or he is I can't remember, he's like a moon sign of a Virgo or something, and he's just a really fucked up mix. Plus he has autism, so. And my grandma always just says, he doesn't have autism. Oh, both his grandsons do. I'm not related to him, but his related grandsons both have autism. And you get your genes from your grandparents. If you didn't know that, I'm teaching you a lot of shit. The first two kids, or I believe it's the first kid, then the second kid gets less, but they get their genes from the grandparents, not the parents. The third child is supposed to get the genes from the parents, and the fourth child is supposed to get less genes from the parents and less genes from the grandparents. So the fourth child could be just Powerball random. But don't listen to me. I read that from like two sources. So it could be true, it could be. I never believe anything that's just from one source. I have to do lots of research on this subject. I just met a fucking stupid girl on OkCupid, and I pretty much told her off, which made her all butt hurt. And then I just deleted the conversation because I didn't want to talk to a stupid person. Um, Pretty much, I asked her what zodiac sign she was, and she said this: zodiac signs don't mean shit. And I'm like, see, I hate people like you. I hate people like her. Not because she doesn't believe in the zodiac. My sister doesn't believe in the zodiac. I don't like people who don't give a fuck about looking into something. They don't want to look into new things. People with fixed signs. I mean, my little sister, all her signs are Libra and Taurus. The funny thing is, after lots of convincing, my little sister actually looked into the zodiac. She didn't believe it, but she looked into it. This chick on OkCupid would not even give it one single chance. I cannot stand people that don't give anything a chance. They just have their own way and they just say fuck everything else. I hate people like that. My grandma is partly like that. And then if she chooses to believe it, she'll disagree with you till the very end. And then on her own terms, on her own time, she'll look it up when you're not around because she's wondering in her head, is that true? I gotta look it up. And then the next time she sees you, she'll talk about it to you like she's the one who discovered it in the first place. Then you'll say, I'm the one who told you that. And she'll say, no, I'm the one who found it. And then I will say, you have dementia, you're old. You need to go into a home. And then she'll say, you're being rude, Cody. And I'll say, you're right. But it's necessary. Oh, old people. See, that's the thing. I don't age. Let me get my... See, the good thing about me losing my wallet is that my Chase card, my bank card, was not in the wallet. Neither was my food stamps card. Two money cards were not in the wallet, which is very good. But my Kaiser card was in the wallet. Luckily, I have two Kaiser cards, so I can order my meds, but someone has my Kaiser card. And I can't call the police department for lost and found until Monday. So someone could steal my identity tomorrow, and nothing could happen. But if this happened before. I left it on the bus, and some nice person returned it to the police station. But I left it in Chipotle 2 days ago, so who knows? Usually hipsters go into Chipotle. Hipsters, Asians, and construction workers. So who the fuck knows? I just hope a good person picked it up. Nice person. Okay, so look at my face. And look at my face in this picture if it shows up. This picture was taken 10 years ago. My face. Ten years ago. I don't age. I aged a little bit over the course of 10 years. That just shows how I'm not really gonna age, especially in life when you tell yourself that you're not aging, because a lot of people tell themselves that they are aging, and that's the problem. I stopped keeping track of my age. Like, literally, if people ask me my age, I'll forget because I stopped keeping track. A lot of people, some people want to grow up. Like, even the people who are 25 want to get older, and some people want to stay younger. So they'll say, "Oh, I'm getting so old," or "I'm so old. I'm such an old man." Don't say that. If you say that, you're convincing your subconscious, and I'm not kidding, your subconscious is getting told that you're old, so it's going to process that you're old, and you're going to get older faster. You don't have to believe that, but it's the truth. People have changed their eye color, they've changed their appearance a little bit from their subconscious, because whatever you tell your subconscious, it's what processes the information. And when you're sick, I've done this, if you tell yourself you're not sick, your cold will either stop faster or just go away. Because everything that goes on in your brain is connected to your body. You want to make antibodies, your brain has to give signals and tell your body to do certain things. If you tell the signals that you're not sick, then you'll tell your body, "Oh, he's not sick." Yeah. Same thing with DNA and genetics. Just takes a longer time to do. There's a there's a there's a lot of problems with me, but a major problem is when I try to subliminally teach myself how to fight, which works, by the way. If you put an audio track with a subliminal tone that's so quiet you can barely hear it to fighting or something you're trying to learn, you will literally learn that. Just rewatch the video 3 times, and then when you hear that song, that video of fighting will be ingrained into your head. I'm able to remember the whole fight when I hear that song. Yeah. But the problem is, I'm a pacifist, so when certain fights come up, I don't want to hurt the person. So I have no clue what will happen if I'm in a fight or flight situation now. I've done programming on myself with certain songs to fight. But it worked. When my grandma put an object next to me, I kind of slammed her hand on the door. I didn't mean to do that, but it was automatic, which was strange to me. So I said, "Hey, let's continue on doing this subliminal fighting because it worked." And I got that move from a secret agent movie. I forget which one it was. So I got some more. But it's hard. Like when I'm at my cousin's house and there's a bunch of little kids around and my douchebaggery of an uncle, "Darren, you're a douche." When I have to be around him because he's a douche. He's always hated me ever since I was little. when I can't forget this memory. When I was on a swing, I was probably like 5. He swung the metal chain bar at my face, and then he patted me on the head and said, "Oh, you're fine." Joel is less bad. Joel, they aren't my favorite uncles, but their kids are great. I love their kids. But Darren's just never nice to me. Like, he'll let me use his stuff, but he's just never smiled at me once in his life. He's never had a conversation with me. Anyways, I can't use like fighting moves on him because I don't want to be a bad influence in front of his kids. I don't want to take their dad down in front of them and make their dad look weak. That would be wrong. So I've never really hurt Darren before. He's done this gay little karate move on me where, like, the most basic karate move that would get you murdered in the street, and I'm not fucking kidding. It's where you, like, trip someone. You just put your foot behind them and you trip them. He tripped me on the couch, which wasn't so bad, but really, I easily could have just, like, I'm sorry, but I just don't want to be a bad influence in front of his kids. And that's a nice thing to say. I could do something that I just don't want to. We're like the same height. And literally, I wouldn't be calling him a douche if he was just a little bit nice. He doesn't know how to be nice to me. We've never had a connection. One time it was really awkward. I had to help him move shit from his old house to a new house. That was like years ago. And we had the most awkward conversation. So you like Apple computers? Yeah, Steve Jobs was a great guy. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he did this and so and so. Long pause for like 5 minutes. I kind of like Apple computers. PCs are better. Yeah, I use a PC. I was thinking about getting an Apple though. They're only for looks. Just like one word answers. But then if my cousins come over who are just... He purposely... I swear to God, cancer guys do this. And it's not the younger ones. Not teenage cancers. It's zodiac signs. They will, I swear to God, they will purposely not like you, but then when someone else comes in that they could give a shit about, they'll purposely like them on purpose in front of you just to make you jealous. They do that. The older ones. My mom's ex-boyfriend did that in front of me, and Darren does that all the time. And it's not just them. I've met other cancers who do that. Even I fucking do that. I'm a cusp of a Gemini Cancer. Sometimes I'll meet a girl, and if there's another girl around, I'll try to make them jealous to fight over me. It's a Cancer thing. I'm not fucking kidding. It's a Cancer thing. And Cancers are known for messing with people's emotions. They do. And if you can admit that, that's good. If you can't, you need help because you're just one of those people. But I can admit that. I do that shit. I've done that since high school. No, I've done that since junior high, but I got better at doing it in high school. I had like 3 chicks liking me in high school. Then I get a girl. If I get a girlfriend, I'll get really committed, and I won't do that at all. I won't. If I get a girlfriend, I won't try to make any girls jealous. I just will stick to one girl and get really attached to that one girl. Yep. And if we're together for like 4 months, then I'll like actually be sad when we break up. If we're together for like less than a month, I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. We had sex. It won't mean anything to me. So that's about it. I'm gonna end it now. So check out my other YouTube video, my other YouTube account, like I say. Um, the Boss God 1, and God is capitalized, but the Boss isn't. So the Boss God 1, that's my account. That's the account that's going to get big. This one will probably get big, maybe, if people find it after the Boss God gets big. See, what I'm going to do is once I upload that animation, I'm going to market off the animation and my channel, not the videos. I'm not going to get views for the videos. I'm going to market off the channel and that video. I'm not going to add views to it. I'm going to market it off, as in it's going to be on blogs, it's going to be on other videos so people see it. It's just going to be there. That way I might get subscribers, yada, 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 yada. So and so. So that's what's going to happen in the future. And I was going to go to an art class at college in 2 days, starting in 2 days, until I found out, because they didn't say this, it's a 5-hour class. And me, knowing me, sorry, I have pimples right here and it's really itchy. Knowing me, I can't handle 5 hours of anything. My epilepsy meds make me tired. I can't handle it. I lose it. It's boring. No, it's not boring. I just get drowsy, and no matter what food I eat, I can't handle it. That's just me. Okay, I'm out. This video is almost an hour long. I just had a lot of shit to get out, and it's almost the Super Bowl. I hate the Super Bowl, but I like the food at the Super Bowl, so that's why I'm excited for the Super Bowl. It's the only reason. Bye, everyone. Have a nice night.